Good evening or afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another DoW2 Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dame. We're off here to a 1 versus 1 on Green Tooth Gorge. In this case, representing the world of Caledonia Minor, we shall be watching here Anomaly fighting here for Nurgle and the Horse of Chaos, going up versus Daniel fighting for the Space Marines, in fact for the Blood Ravens by the looks of it. Intent on throwing back the chaotic invaders, hoping to despoil this farm world and deny the Imperium of vital food supplies. Noting a second Scout squad, they're already on the way here for Daniel. Anomaly, just some Chaos Space Marines and then no further, say, cultists. The cultists sort of spreading out, so in that way you're also getting a bit of a spread here for him. And we're noting here already that Daniel is sort of focusing forces together there with the commander being supported here by the tactical Space Marines. Though already here it also looks like that Anomaly was ready here to quickly move back his Plague Champ there to be supported by his Nurgle Space Marines there. So already there's sort of a bit of early tactics. The Heretics, on the other hand, encounter a less than fun situation as they quickly rush off the field. Their faith in grandfather Nurgle apparently easily shaken. And there you go, already brutal engagement there with the Space Marines as the Chaos troops close in. And hammering away there, the commander moving in there. We've got some scouts covering up as well. And we're getting a third squad already. Also, shotguns up here, so he's all going to get some slightly heavier close quarter combat action there for him. We're noting that it's, on the other hand, a second Space Marine squad. So, rather different approaches. Whereas Daniel is sort of going for a lot of lighter units, with maybe some closer sort of firepower. Close, I mean, we are noting on then that Anomaly is sort of going for heavier firepower and durability at range as well. So very interesting, and that could easily go either way depending on sort of how they play it out and how they use their units tactically. But again, we got the Heretics charging in. Hopefully this time a bit more willing to die for Nurgle. Otherwise they might find themselves a bit on the short end of a boat later on. But there you go, one horribly chopped down, but ultimately the commander is forced away, using his scouts to sort of secure large swaths of territory. There you go, shotguns ready. No generators, whereas we do note that is what Anomaly is getting already here, so there's definitely some differences in approach there from the two sides. But a very large scout force here. Secure large territory, going to be sort of swifter, mobile, lighter and cheaper, but of course also not frightfully durable. I mean, even Scots, while with all their genetic enhancements, are not really going to do much without proper power armor in the longer run. Interesting enough, he did not reinforce the Scouts here with the shotguns, so I know what he could be thinking there. The Chaos Champion, or the Plague Champion, is actually doing quite a bit of damage there. He does pull back in the time. There could have been nice with an active flanked up, but actually looks like he's sort of then bunching up everybody in sort of a larger force there than sort of relying heavily on numbers. Well, theoretical numbers anyways. I mean, he's playing at the Space Marines versus Chaos, the Heretics. There you go, one Chaos squad there flanks him. You see the Champion commander quickly engaging with the Scout squad quickly pulling up. And we're noting here Chaos Raptors going in there, in addition from the Elite mod. There's some jump infantry there already for Anomaly, allowing sort of closing in with particular units to deal some nasty damage. Which only caused some problems there for the Scout squad even properly utilised. Also knowing there, a bit of an upgrade there for the Chaos Space Marines, these soldiers of Nurgle going in here for the tactical marines. May need to get them very quickly. Still not generators for him, by the way. Still no generators. Looks like he might finally be upgrading towards it. Whereas we know he's missing a second generator over here for Anomaly. And there we go, the Raptors out. Heretics marching forwards again, and we're noting he's upgrading 2 power nodes. I think that's a bit of a bad idea. I think you should rather be focused on getting 1 upgrade and then pouring down generators, and this should be the one closest to his base. There's already that could be a strategic mistake there by Daniel, and the Blood Ravens apparently deviating a bit much there from Codex. And noting, by the way, now 2 squads upgrade with shotguns. He might not be sort of large, low durability, but reasonable amount of firepower, short to medium range, then both the shotguns, but it would carry a certain amount of risk, in particular now, as the forces here of Anomaly and Nurgle are quite on the other end, at the heavy end of the scale now. I might, in that regard, actually quickly outdo, well, Daniel, if he's not careful. They're both, in that sense, also due to the upgrades going into the Chaos Marines, actually going for heavy tier 1, if you will, but in rather different directions. And I can't help but feel this will actually benefit Anomaly more than Daniel if he's not careful now. He's actually going all in on generators on both points, so in a sense, like he's going light on requisition and then sort of heavily pouring a lot of that into generators later on. In that way, hoping for maybe a quick tech up path. A bit of risk from there we go. We got a bit of a shotgun blast there, pushing back the Raptors while they're getting blasted from every angle. We've also got upgrades going at Power Sword and now this Armor of Alacrity. Now again another blast there, suppressing units. You might want to stay in there and get another blast in with that unit. There you go. Bit of shooting there. Chaos Marines charging in. Plague Champion as well. No upgrades for him, so there's also quite a bit of differences approach. Definite difference there. But a lot of generators there, but the question is, can he defend them? And that's likely not quite the case there. Champion, though, in trouble once more if he's not careful. Well, there we go. The Force Commander ready to move up once more and punish the enemies of the Imperium and the Emperor of mankind. Also, we are getting sergeants now here by the looks of it, with their grenades and other fun stuff. He's actually really pouring a lot of resources into tier 1, even of all the generators, instead of, say, maybe getting a tank launch. In fact, now Anomaly is taking ahead here of Daniel. Of course, he might be hoping the sort of commands and scouts and all that can do sort of sufficient amount of damage, but he could risk himself being caught off guard by an armor rush of some kind here from Anomaly. And the commander's really doing a number there on those Chaos Marines. Strike them down. There we go, we might fetch a unit down there. Go! In fact, the commander could go down. There we go, the scouts are quickly covered with a few good shots there from the shotguns. We do see he actually ends up doing a lot of damage here to Anomaly. In fact, he might want to hunt down the Chaos Heretics here and finish them off. A quick grenade in the retreat path, in fact, could do a lot of damage. Apparently a bunch of former guardsmen having forsaken the light of our glorious God Emperor. Might want to kill them off properly. A quick grenade in the right spot could do the trick, or maybe a blast. No. No. None. I'm pretty sure Codex put him on that. Properly killed them. They might get them on a retreat. I wouldn't say, losing a generator is quite worth that. So there we go. Squad wipe first of the game here. A loss to Chaos. Well, not technically a loss. I mean, they don't really care about those guys now, do they? I mean, that's not exactly Chaos' sort of, main concern. I don't think Nurgle will be weeping over those. In fact, probably sure he didn't even know about them. Striking force then, a bit of a bunch there, a bit risky. Then again, I mean, a good ambush with the scouts and a lot of grenades could well cause a lot of havoc, but that seems to be not quite the case here. Daniel dropping from grabbing out a lot of territory. There we go, the Raptors going in all there. So there you go, he has taken up, and so now the question is, what will Anomaly aim for? What anomalous kind of weapon will he strike down the dogs of the false Emperor with? And the Dreadnought, a good choice, in particular considering Daniel is about as prepared for armour as he's prepared for biscuits.
Let the slaughter begin. Victory point. Yes.
And there again, quick gain domination there, but again, a bit of a risk, and there we go, quick jump. And rushing into this cliffside. Former temple of something, I'm not quite so sure, I want to know what. He is taking up, but it's going to be a bit late. I mean, at most he might consider then quickly upgrading the tactical means with some missile launchers. There we go, we got the Chaos Raptors advancing. A good shotgun blast and maybe a grenade if they on the retreat path they try to get out of there. Ducey's actually getting an aspiring champion on them. A bit late to get there, and he might not aspire to much then. But there you go. Oh, he did survive by the looks of it. The champion, on the other hand, might not. The blessings of Grandfather Nurgle sadly not extending that much, but we do see Nurgle is quick to lend down some, well, vengeance in the form of a noxious cloud. We also got the Chaos Dreadnought there marching forwards with dual auto cannons. So right here, I mean, Daniel is essentially leading in terms of damage despite everything, but in terms of teching is a bit on back foot, and now with a Dreadnought on the field, things could easily go against him. What is this? We're getting a Devastator unit. We could upgrade, of course, that with the last cannon, then still, I think he should get these a missile launcher to sort of help deal with this Plague Dreadnought. Its mind and body long since rotten away. Good amount of harassment here, combining both the Dreadnought of Chaos units into one force. And there we go. And he's actually getting 2 Devastator units. I think Daniel here might be aiming too much here for the cheaper solution, so he's not seemingly upgrading these for the last cannon, which he really ought to. I mean, a pair of blast cannons could probably make short work here of this Dreadnought of Nurgle. It is certainly starting to seem a bit like a pattern with some players in DoW2. They generally tend to hand vehicles like a huge surprise, you know. My God, or my Emperor, I never would have expected my opponent to get a vehicle despite most players tending to go for it eventually. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. And there we go. The Raptor pack. With their aspiring champion, hoping to be a proper champion one day. And there you go, last kind of thing up to cover. Good shot there. We got a regular Devastator then cover up. He's probably sort of expecting, in case, you know, he's trying to sort of hit it there, so that's not really bad. And he's getting a third wait, what? The third one? Apparently the Blood Ravens company here has got no vehicles. Grenade on the retreat path. Kills one Marine. And there you go, though. I mean, even with all this, in fact, there's a bit of an in-depth defense. I mean, he's still got some weaknesses in essence, since not coming towards here. But he should definitely consider at least another last cannon, at least with the Dreadnought about. But nope, we got Bloodlet as well. In fact, that could make a mess here of the Devastator unit, since it can basically pop in alongside with the Raptors, not Ravens, and cause quite a bit of havoc there. Since these two actually densely clustered up. And there we go. And there you go, really bad news. We've got this one covering, but that's not going to do much. They have to retreat there before they get absolutely gutted. And there you go, 2 brothers down. They fought for the God Emperor, and they died for him. So there we go. I mean, now there's several things sort of threatening Daniel there. And now he's actually taking up further. He's going straight for level 3, so he's basically only used the 2nd tier to, well, get some upgrades for the Devastators. Or basically as a stopping path. Again, I think he might be trying to cheap things out a bit too much. His sender could in fact end up being increasingly weak because he's only got scouts and a few Devastators to cover and no real influence or reactive things. And there we go. We're getting the marker seats going up here on Servants of Nurgle. I'm pretty sure that's not right. Maybe that's on there she has problems with, I can't remember. Got a mining engagement over here. The demons there actually encounter a few problems. We've got the Raptors joining in. And there you go, striking down there upon the scouts. Space Marine's not joining in there. And how he's sort of just hoarding up, and in that case, Devastator's actually doing an alright job there. Last cannon, not so much. But again, note here again, he's very much instead of covering versus the Raptors. And there you go, gap in the line of fire there, he spotted it out, using probably these chaps, and then charging the Dreadnought from right over. And there you go, last cannon Dreadnought team in trouble. In fact, it's a huge massacre right here. I think one team already went down there. I mean, again, there's sort of problems with this, again, he was too reliant on these chaps. I mean, in the end, there were a lot of losses on both sides. In the end, I do think in this case it was Anomaly that won out here versus Daniel. But he's now tier 3. Question is, what will he do with the 3rd tier? what will he try to do with it? Will he be getting, say, a Predator with last cannons? That can certainly do quite a bit versus the armor here, the Dreadnought, and that can certainly then put further pressure. Or what will he aim for? I mean, that's a really good question. He could also upgrade his commander, I believe, to a Terminator. Still a bit back and forth, and there we go. We do have a Predator on the way. Bit of a quick reminder there on what sanity is for by the Chaos Dreadnought, though he might not be the best source on what sanity is. Looks like the champion went down here. He did not survive to see another day. Commander sent out his own here, and that quickly does not end well as he encounters the main strike force here of Anomaly, which seems his most potent hitters. You got some fresh heretics out as well here for Anomaly. Another small coven of cultists. And there you go, Dreadnought rolling forwards. No upgrades for it. In particular, again, I would like to see some last cannons here to deal with the Dreadnought there. Would certainly help us with further armor. In fact, he's ignoring all of this. In fact, his generators are getting actually scrapped. I have no idea there what Daniel is thinking. I can't believe that's definitely a large mistake there done by him. That's definitely going to hurt further in the game. Well, there you go, Feds moving forwards. Raptors there getting caught on several sides. Grenade then retreat path could also do wonders. Maybe, but no, not quite. And victory points, well, they're not looking too good for Daniel either, or the Blood Rain, of course. In that regard, they might want to rethink their tactics and strategy a bit.
The Emperor's light is my torch!
While the Force Commander is hanging about doing, well, not an awful lot. Meanwhile, Anomaly continues to secure territory for Grandfather Nurgle, hoping to be blessed with weeping swords one day all across his face, maybe, I don't know. And meanwhile, we do see the missile launch up here, which will definitely make it much more lethal for vehicles and the Predator, and will definitely have the advantage since, well, for whatever wonderful reasons, Daniel's not upgrading his Predator to be able to deal with vehicles better, you see, getting some last cannons up. There you go. Raptors follow up by constructing them with Chaos Marines and the Champion. By the way, never upgraded, and there you go. Actually wiped out there. The losses are increasingly piling up here against Daniel. His strategy is beginning to show major cracks and flaws, combined with some of his tactical mistakes there, so that's not good. That is not good for him, obviously. And of course, the question becomes then, how will Daniel try to get out of this? Because it seems like the Anomaly is back in the seat. And he might want to point that last cannon in a more proper direction. Just saying. And there we go. The large chaos is all about to go in here against the lines of the Blood Ravens. And again, he's actually moving the Predator into all of this. There he goes, striking the more unattended last cannon. And there you go. Rearmor exposed on the Predator, opening further up, so there's some siege bolts. And now Assault Terminators, unsupported, into the midst of everything. I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's a really bad idea, actually. And now I need to get that Predator repaired, and I really need to get some last cannons up on it. And meanwhile, they suggest lightning claws in the Terminator to further deal infantry or damage versus infantry. Meanwhile, we got the Dreadnought there firing its many missiles across the reasonably rotten landscape. There we go! Champion went down again, and there we go. Terminator assault. Man went down. He's not upgraded the Predator or repaired it. Not even to sort of make it more healthy. There we go, though. And he's about to lose the Terminators. Get them out of there. And pull back the Predator as well. very risky there. Getting very risky. He's got no replacement. There we go, replacement last guy on the way. Dreadnought heavily damaged. And we're seeing another Dreadnought here on the way for the Forces of Chaos. And dead there. The Blood Ravens forced to fall back once more under the rotting onslaught of the Nurgle Warband. Apparently he's at full pop cap. So there you go, a second Dreadnought. Not even fully reinforced. And still no upgrades on the Predator.
Let us augment this tool. Chaos space.
And now the Mark of Khorne. So it's going to have one good at range versus even one that can basically tear up everything up close. That's going to be problematic there for Daniel. So at this stage it seems like anything new. Refusing to resurrect the champion there, and there we go, just getting caught in a full volley. Predator down to half health. Light letters popping it, and there we go. Bearing everything down there upon the Terminators. A raging Dreadnought, light letters, missiles, and siege champions. This is absolutely horrific there. These veteran Space Marines of centuries, decked out in the finest the Imperium can provide, are getting absolutely torn down in seconds. And the Predator can't really do much because someone didn't get last cannons. Last guy there might get it, and still no fuck-time upgrades for the tactical units, either no sergeants, no plasma rifle, or even a missile launcher again. Daniel making some odd tactical decisions and strategic there. Almost got the blood letters. He's trying to get the Dreadnought there in close quarters combat, but his captain or commander wasn't upgraded for that either. And the assault is, well, not too surprising.
We are Legion. There is no glory in pointless.
And that will get away again. You also note he's got plenty of the red stuff there to maybe call in an orbital strike or anything in the right spot. Both sources a bit wiped out there. Both holding on just barely. And the aggressive moves there towards the victory points to further drain the hated foe. Oh dear, looks like Daniel's getting a bit desperate. He's not even fully up or reinforcing them, and there's still no upgrades on the Predator. Not exactly an encouraging sign there.
Ready for eternal war.
Anomaly's champion, though, is back on his feet. Might get noxious clouds again. Might larger assault into the centre with, well, what remains of the major force here of the Blood Ravens. And again, Terminators take most of this using there. The Spaceman's not looking too good either. And again, just everything's focused down on them. Last can there gets a good hit. Close to getting it, but he might have to. Oh, there we go. But I'm not entirely sure sacrificing the Terminators, and that was the wise idea. And again, you know, he probably could have done that a lot easier with just some last cannons. In fact, he could have them both out of commission, but again, too late. And there you go, an orbital strike called in there from the battle barge. Something, something. Records do not tell what it was. And he's driving it straight into the... That's... I'd say that's GG. Anomaly on one hand has a massive, powerful veteran force, whereas Daniel's got... well, not so much left really. In particular since he never considered upgrading his tactical marines in return. They're definitely problematic. A lot of sort of aspiring champions sort of aspiring, but never quite getting there once they join this unit. Force commander back on the field and quickly getting gunned down. Anomaly clearly not the one to let such an opportunity go to waste. Interesting enough, he's not retreating it, you'd think he would. Desperate finding it to sort of survive with the last cannon, but that's about to go down. Space Marines as well, close to death. Raging Dreadnought, raging into own lines. Bloodletters tearing away for the remainders of the Blood Ravens company here. And now he's down to just 2 tactical teams and his commander. I don't really think there's much left here for the Blood Ravens to do except, you know, minimize losses and get the hell out of here. And leave things maybe to the Imperial Guard, I don't know. There we go. Bloodletters ready to counter the commander. Victory points continue to tick down there. Plague Champion never upgraded, by the way. Under engagement, but here we go. He's not even. Is he going for? Might he be going for a land raid in some kind of mad cat gambit there? I suppose that's the best guess. There we go. Oh, no. He went for more assault terminators. And now getting scouts, but yeah, I think that's it. Oh, wow. Got Chaos trying to nurgle, and there you go. Game over. A loss for the Blood Ravens, a loss for the Imperium of Man. The commander here in question, a bit unorthodox in some regards, maybe a bit too unorthodox. A very curious sort of decision. I mean, he sort of went for a lot of numbers, sort of tried to go for sometimes for the cheapest option so he could quickly tech up, but then sort of when he went there, made some real unfortunate decisions during it and sort of at the end as well. So there were some props there which rather allowed Anomaly with a much more stable, maybe a bit smaller force in some regards in the beginning, but certainly harder hitting and more durable, allowed him to sort of overpower down in particular because he went for vehicles first versus Daniel, of course. And again, that it does seem to be a recurring theme. A lot of players seem to be, again, you know, deeply surprised by vehicles whenever they happen and don't happen prepared. I mean, he's just trying to rely on one last cannon, which clearly doesn't do much on its own. He never upgraded his tactical marines either. I think that was a major mistake there by Daniel as well. So that was definitely something he could have improved upon. I think done a lot better. And certainly that Predator with that last cannon, pretty sure it should have the upgrade. That was also something good a lot. But again, that was basically sort of his downfall. He was not really well prepared for fighting vehicles, and Anomaly took advantage of that. And he basically threw Bloodletters in to basically mess up any support teams that could have remotely threatened it. So I mean, that was really sort of where things went wrong for Daniel. At the very least, he should have maybe considered upgrading his own force commander to the Terminator armor and getting something good as well that way. So at least that was sort of being my thoughts on it. I normally could upgrade his own champion. He made some interesting decisions, but also some slightly risky decisions here and there. And again, had Daniel sort of been better prepared, things could have gone a lot worse for Anomaly. But in the end, though, Anomaly prevailed through better, well, unit preservation, better unit composition. Well, not preservation, he actually lost more, so that would be a lie. But no, better unit composition and a better strategy overall. and in the end overwhelming Daniel and tearing him apart piece by piece. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share with everyone. If not, send in a replay, because I'm starting to run out of reasonably decent replays already, so send them in, please. Otherwise, comment in the comment section. Anyway, so thank you all for watching, and see you another time. Cheers.